Hey folks, it's Jeff, that tech guy here. That is actually what I do with KamCon. I'm not the wordsmith, I am not the artist, I am just the tech guy they have around in case something goes wrong. Anyway, we're here live in the Grand Hall at TRU's Campus Activity Center where everything is happening. Thought I'd give you folks that maybe couldn't attend or are attending later a walking tour. So we've got games going on all sorts of places. D&D, Call of Cthulhu, although I think that's more of an evening game. We've got Mutant Epoch happening, Star Trek Adventures. Myself, I'll be running the Marvel Adventures game later. And all sorts of fun things. All right, so let's take a look. We've got metalcore collectibles here. Miniature wargaming, one of my own addictions. Hello. Ooh. Hello, don't mind me, I'm just kind of doing a walking tour of KamCon on Facebook, so. Wow. I'm always amazed by the amount of detail you guys manage to put into those. I have problems with my Warhammer stuff.
Well, I mean, all of that stuff can be so finicky, right?
Oh, yeah. Contrast paints became my best friend. Yeah. But my friend dragged me into Battletech, so. Well, I used to watch the cartoon. Anyway, yes. So some very cool displays here.
Thank you.
We know who's assembling and painting them then.
Yeah. The terrain isn't mine. It's from another artist who also distributes through Silver Studios in Manitoba.
Yeah.
And I just painted it and want to show off.
Oh, nice.
As you do.
Hey.
But you printed and painted all these ones.
Yeah, all the actual miniatures, not the terrain.
Ooh.
You're
Yeah.
very talented.
A lot more talented than I would be.
He's got them nimble fingers.
Yeah, well, I've got the headset with the LED lamp that can blind.
Ooh.
Yeah, complete with interchangeable lenses. All the way up to 4 times zoom.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I use it for too long, I go blind. It's like, wait, it's not 2 inches in front of my face. I can't see it. Some very cool stuff. Oh, wow. You even have the Wario and Waluigi. Nice. I know more than a few people that would be interested in purchasing a lot of these.
Same. Sadly, the ones I know are on the East Coast. But,
Well, unfortunately, the one I know is in Prince George this weekend. He wanted to come with his wife and his child, but things happen. So.
Change the zip. Change the zip.
yeah, nothing was said.
And next up, we have Outland Arts.
How's it going?
Good. Doing a walking tour of KamCon.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And this, of course, is William McCausland, who's done Outland Arts and who hooked me on Mutant Epoch. Yes. Ooh, even some of the old... Oh, the 5th edition conversions. Nice.
A lot of art in those.
Yeah. Yeah, those books, well, I put somebody's kids through university buying books like those for many years. And of course, you're doing art and everything. And
Yes, we walk into the gallery and get a look.
let's take a look over here. Ooh. Some great pieces. I really like that one, the Roman. Although, a lot of times this is how my D&D games feel.
Yeah, I've got more prints on the other side.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's...
Nice. So if you've got a games room and are looking to create a certain aesthetic, I'm sure William here can set you up with some proper pieces. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to get back into Mutant Epoch now. That's not a bad thing.
The plague is over.
Yes.
I've got more on the other side.
Oh yeah, I saw those coming in. So these are the Mutant Epoch, post-apocalyptic, and some fantasy stuff, and all sorts of fun things for you to try. Ooh. Nice. Gun Station Gamma. Again, I'll have to get a game going and start running some with my friends. There's just so much to do. So many games to play. So many awesome games to play. And you'll be appearing on our artists panel later today.
Yes. If I can save my voice until then.
Yeah.
It's just about gone from last night.
Yeah. Well, the gentleman who's actually hosting the Smash Brothers has laryngitis.
Oh.
Yeah, so he got someone to fill in for him as his voice. Because he'll be on the main stage for the finals, doing the MC thing. And if you folks have ever seen the movie Wizard, think something like that. You know, the ultimate hype man. All right. Well. All right. I'll talk to you later, William. Oh. And we got some fine cosplayers here. We do cosplaying. Very cool. Loving the cosplay. All right. We've got all sorts of cool things happening here, folks. Hello. I'm just doing a wandering tour of KamCon. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
I'm just doing a wandering stream of KamCon.
Oh, no.
And it's not actually a D&D game until you've got kind of your own custom mini. And Randy's teaching people how to paint, his quality. He taught me how to paint. Don't hold that against him, folks. I've seen his work. He is amazing. And of course, there's the sign-up sheets for all the games. And they're put out each day. So if there's a game on Sunday, you don't have to worry about it being filled out. Hello. Pretty good. Just doing a wandering tour of KamCon.
Wander away.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Even crocheted Cthulhu. How's that for your bedroom? Sorry, I'm just doing a wandering tour. I'm one of the coordinators, so just showing off to everybody on cyberspace what we've got to offer and get them in. Ooh, some very cool stuff. Even a jackalope. Man, I haven't seen one of those in a while. My friend's uncle has one in his garage. Actually taxidermied, but very cool. And for our Viking friends out there who may not be able to grow a beard or just want to be able to shave, we've got the very cool Viking helmet. Oh, and it's detachable. Very nice. Some chainmail stuff. Great for cosplay. Great for just whatever reason. And we've also got a little baby Yoda tucked away in there. Grogu, but everybody just knows him as Baby Yoda. And we've got Beedza here. All your perler needs. Hello. I'm just doing a wandering stream of KamCon, so showing off all this cool stuff we've got. Oh man, you've even got Groot here. That's awesome. I may have to pick one up for my Marvel campaign later. and Hulk, Rick and Morty, all sorts of fun things. Wow, look at the work on that one, folks. I can only imagine how long that took to do. To be fair, I can't even imagine how much it took to do all of this stuff. This is amazing. We got all sorts of cool things here, folks. So whatever you folks are looking for cosplay, pretty sure these guys can help you out. Yeah, I'm just wandering around doing a stream of KamCon, showing all the Facebook viewers all the fun stuff we have. More than a few. Very cool. Very nice. Lots of fun things to wear. And if you don't want to wear the full thing, we've got just the ears that flap around, which are very, very cool. Very nice. Hello. And next up is Chibi's Animes, Goods and Collectibles. Hello. So if you folks are otaku, I think Chibi's is probably going to have almost anything you can imagine. Ooh, Gundam. That's an addiction I don't want to venture down into again.
I'm in the middle of that. It's brutal.
Yeah?
I just keep on finding new ones. I still have some, but I haven't even built yet.
Yeah? Nice. So many different Gundams. And the best part is you can mix and match as you need.
I haven't gotten to that yet, thank God.
Yeah. But yes, there is lots of Gundam model kits. And we've of course got the Star Wars stuff, always popular, always fun. That's an addiction I've been feeding since I was about 3. Evangelion. Frame arms, ooh, nice. So much stuff. It's a good thing that my bank account doesn't have that much in it, because I could spend a lot of money here. And of course, blind boxes, all sorts of fun things. And we got adventure dice over there. We'll get to them in a moment. All right. Adventure dice, where I could spend a lot of money, even though I have a lot of dice. Spell templates, journals, cards, and of course books. What's D&D without books, folks? We need books, all sorts of books. Premium dice sets. And some very cool things that could actually be used for terrain. That'd be cool. And ooh, they brought some of the wood dice. They're lighter than you'd think, but they roll really, really well. So many dice. I guarantee, whatever you're looking for, Adventure Dice can set you up. And they do have, we all love dice. They even have the Adventure Dice Advent Calendar. Always cool. Always a great gift. Just streaming on Facebook, showing them everyone what you guys have, and
Oh, excellent, excellent.
and even showing off the Advent Calendar.
Perfect. Did you get a sample panel on this?
Oh, right, the LED dice. How could I forget that? Those are so cool.
The rechargeable LED dice.
The rechargeable LED dice. Because who wants just regular dice?
Exactly. And then there's also these ones. The liquid core.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen the liquid core. Those are nice. I was looking at the wood dice.
Oh, the wood ones are nice.
I remember trying them out last KamCon. We were in person, which was 2019 because of COVID.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm surprised how much lighter they are.
I'm really surprised of how tactile they are.
Yeah.
Nice sharp edges. And
Yeah,
when you roll them in the wooden tray, and they just kind of
yeah,
wooden clank. I love
Yeah.
that wooden clank.
yeah. There's something about that.
Very satisfying.
Very satisfying, very fun to do. And I, of course, was looking at the Disney terrain. I'm like, we could use that for terrain in D&D.
Exactly. Nice
So,
house.
yeah. I'm a bit of a Disney geek, I admit it. I grew up during the 80s and 90s, so...
So, wow. I'm a bit of a geek. She's a really big Disney geek.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of my friends online, Kara, actually, I believe, has a Disney tattoo.
Oh.
I believe. I'm not sure. So if I'm wrong, Kara will kill me. Right after correcting me. And of course, the legendary D100s. Rather than rolling 2d10, you just roll a softball.
We even have the really heavy metal version, too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always something fun here, and of course, you need trays and bags for dice, and I don't think these get much more Canadian.
All our trays and bags are all handcrafted in BC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the trays I
Handcrafted.
do, the bags, we have someone else do.
Ah,
The people
nice.
actually do the bags.
Nice.
Everything is handmade.
Nice. Those are fun. I actually picked one up that has a dragon scale. It's a dragon scale one, and it actually has a dragon's eye, a jeweled dragon eye.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I got that online, though. I prefer to support local, but when I saw it online, I had to get it. Yeah, so lots of fun stuff happening here. Ooh. Ooh, even got soft dice. Nice. Ooh, so we've got adventure dice. All right, let's head out into the rotunda, folks. We're doing all sorts of fun stuff. It's not just one room. We've got the whole building. Hello. Well, not the whole building. I'd say a solid 2/3 of it. Ah. And
There's nothing wrong with boats.
hello.
Hello.
I'm doing a live stream.
I was watching
All the
you.
Facebook folks. Yeah.
I was going to hold it up.
Yeah.
The live stream watching
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we've got the Kamloops Art Council here. Because for many of us, D&D got us into art. Let's face it, folks.
Live stream.
Ah,
Wait,
nice.
that's not living anymore.
Oh, might be delay on it.
There I am.
There you are. Might be a delay.
Oh,
The internet has its own speed.
that's
Yeah.
we've got somebody painting.
Yeah. So come on down, do some painting. My specialty is painting miniatures, and even I'm not that good at it.
Oh, so you paint me a little miniature picture on my canvas?
No. I haven't painted in a few months, actually. I haven't had time.
Well, you got time now to
Yeah.
practice as soon as you're done this live stream.
Yes. Well, then I've got to do tech over there. I'm the tech guy.
Well, I'll be here.
Well, that's good, because so will I. Yeah, so loads of fun stuff. We got the registration and merch table here with Tyler. all of our cool promo stuff.
The eyeballs are removable.
All the cool promo stuff that Hamad did for us. And t-shirts. We've got from small all the way to 5XL. We've got you covered.
Yeah, so you have to go and see it.
And if you don't want a t-shirt, we have hats.
And it'll be a feature.
And a few miniatures. Dice trays. Oh, yes, and of course our dice towers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how much are the dice towers?
Dice towers, flat packed, are $20. Assembled, $25.
Ah, okay. Nice. And we've got some other miniatures you can paint, and of course prints from the Night of the Living KamCon. We are back in person, of course, which is so nice to be able to say again. And we've got cosplay stuff.
She wants to see what's up here.
Ah.
How you doing, sir?
Ah. And we've got silent auctions. All of the proceeds will go to Away Home to help combat youth homelessness. It's a great charity. I don't think anybody should be without a house, without a home, something they can call very funny. And Wrath and Glory, donated by High Octane. Wrath and Glory is a great game. If you've never played 40K, it's a great way to get into it. Careful, it is addictive. We've got bead storage, perler beads. Nice gift basket. Smithsonian Crafts, more perler stuff. There's some really cool. Very cool perler stuff. Hello. Don't mind me, just live streaming. Very cool. I think my neighbor has golf pants in the same material. Yeah. And when he has a striped shirt on, it is not a fun sight. No, well, it's a look, but I don't know if it's a good look. Reminds me of the 70s. But yeah, loads of fun stuff to check out here. And next up, we got Spooky Kitties 1. Perler beads and an online personality. I check out her stream quite often. Always fun. Hello.
How's it going?
Ah, good. Just wandering around doing a live stream. Hello. Yeah. So much cool geek stuff. I'm really drawn to that shield.
Thanks. Yeah, I've got another one over there.
Yeah. I saw one that they did a huge stained glass window. It's in the main hall.
Nice. Oh, Stephanie's table?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Some of the big projects Stephanie has, I want all of them.
Yeah.
Especially like the one-piece one that's like this big.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
It's pre-made, so I don't have to do it. So it's like, it's still there at the end of the pod, and I'm buying it.
We all have our goals.
Right? Well, because I've already acquired some from a couple other tables.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the best part. Even if you're a vendor, there's always something to buy. That is awesome.
Little Totoro queen person.
Oh, that is cute.
So I got three.
Nice. Ooh, nice D20 here as well.
Got a whole bunch of them in different colors.
Oh, nice.
We got orange, we got gold, we got blue, we got
Ah.
this one.
So whatever your choice is.
Got two more over there. Got a whole bunch.
Nice. And of course, we've got the keychains, so you can take a bit of geeky stuff with you.
We got keychains, we got pins, we got magnets, we got got tree ornaments.
Ah, tic-tac-toe.
Pokemon themed.
Nice.
That's a mana potion with a very specific herb used to make it.
Yes. We're in BC, we know the herb.
Right? you need a high herb lore level to be able to harvest.
Yes. Yes, and we got some very cool background. I love that Aang.
Thank you. I will have another one tomorrow.
Nice.
My dumbass forgot to bring Aang with me, but I brought all the little pieces.
Ah, nice. And we've got, of course, the Pokemon Ball, Sailor Moon, of course, introduction for many kids into anime.
That 30th year anniversary.
Yes, and we've actually got an anime screening of Sailor Moon Crystal, I believe it is, either today or tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow.
I think so.
Because I think it was on the same day as Skate the Infinity.
Yeah.
Which is tomorrow. Such a good anime. I just binge watched it last week. So good.
Well, that's how we all watch things now, is by binge watching.
Especially like with contract, it's so easy to throw on anime while you do leads.
Yeah.
This is the list of animes that I've gone through while doing contract. If Discord goes.
I've lost track of all the anime I've gone through over the years.
Well, this is just in the last couple months.
Whoa.
Whoa!
That is a long list.
Yeah. So
But
here's
hey.
my recommendations.
Very nice. Hello.
Hello there. Hello.
Just doing a bit of a live stream.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you guys are the LARPers.
We are the LARPers. We are on guard.
Yeah.
Welcome to our booth.
Very nice.
Displaying some of our weaponry, archery,
Ah.
some other cool aspects of our game.
Ooh, I love the box.
Yeah. Little treasure box.
Yeah.
Our
Well,
rulebook
what's adventuring without having some sort of treasure, right?
truly blue label, right? The loot makes for the best part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So lots of fun. Ah,
Yeah. That is our rulebook.
always good to have
It's
some
got
rules.
notes for people to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, always good to have rules.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it's just anarchy.
And it's just chaos. And,
Yeah.
You know, as much fun as chaos is, it's nothing without a little bit of organization.
Yeah. And I believe you guys are putting on a demonstration later?
We are. We're going to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
From 12:30 to 1:30.
Ah, nice.
Exciting.
That should be very interesting. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, we have some stuff that some of the local players have made.
Nice.
A dress made by one of our members called Orla.
Very talented.
She made some beautiful stuff. A few of the trinkets on there are from other people as well.
I love how on the side is a cup and saucer.
Right? Poster for it. It actually has our heraldry on it.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
very cool.
Yeah. So many fun things. We definitely have a community filled with very talented people.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
A lot of the garb that these two fine gentlemen over here are wearing
Yeah.
are made by local people.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So if you want to LARP, and even if you don't have the sewing skills yet,
That's the cool thing about what we do is, even though, let's say, you don't have the skills, the money, or
Yeah.
the know-how, we do nights where we call them like arts and science nights.
Yeah.
Where we sit down with people. I myself have a few sewing machines, so we teach people how to make garb.
That's
Alan
awesome.
Here recently was at an arts and science night where he got to make his first pair of wrap pants.
ah, nice.
Yeah.
I had a pair of jeans like that back in the 90s. I won't scare you guys with pictures of that.
No, I bet it was amazing though.
Not really, no.
Oh, no.
Because if you walked in the rain, like half your leg got drenched because it just soaked it up. And I love the shield with the jackalope. We are seeing so many jackalopes around here lately.
A lot of the gear is Orla's.
Yeah?
She's a local vendor who, her heraldry is a jackalope.
Ah,
So that's the jackalope.
nice.
We have some other symbolism.
Of course, yes. And you've got quite the armory sitting there.
Yep.
So,
Like a
in,
pile.
yeah.
We're going to probably start organizing it a little bit more, setting it throughout the table.
Yeah. Hey, it's the first day of KamCon, first official day of KamCon.
Exactly.
We had the pre-party last night.
So I hear. I wish I could have been there for it.
Yeah, I was busy researching technical issues because I'm their tech guy.
The eternal struggle.
Yes, being in IT is no joke,
No, it is certainly
especially the last couple years.
so unappreciated.
Yeah, very much so. Trust me. I've worked in call centers. I've worked retail. Yeah, we'll just leave it at we have horror stories. But
That,
yeah,
I've been in the restaurant industry for 14 years.
oh, you couldn't pay me enough to go to that industry.
Don't worry, it doesn't pay enough either.
Yeah, but yes. So if you're looking for a demonstration, it's tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow from 12:30 to 1:30.
Very cool. I will definitely be watching that.
Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to see you there.
Yeah, because D&D is a gateway thing.
It really is. This is basically D&D, but we do it for real.
Exactly.
Start off with LARP and then move my way into D&D.
Right?
Hey, it's like the old saying with Rome: all roads lead back to D&D.
Yeah, it really does, right?
Yeah.
Definitely the predecessor to many things.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've been seeing some cosplayers around.
I've seen
So
one or two. There's one right there. Oh my,
yeah,
so many.
so many cosplayers around, and
Very
we're
cool to see some amazing costumes.
yeah,
I can't wait to see all the other ones that pop up around.
yeah. Well, there was a dragon wandering around earlier, and I saw that. That was very cool.
Good job.
Yeah,
That was so
that
cool.
was very cool. With his partner, the cat.
No, that's actually somebody that does the LARPing as well. They go by the name of
Hey, yeah,
So there's LARPers all around,
yeah.
hiding amongst the crowd.
And I saw at one of the tables they had a crocheted Viking helm with beard that's detachable.
Yes, it's very cool. That's
Yes.
Erin. Erin does amazing work.
Yeah,
She works with crochet and also chainmail.
yeah.
She has some just wicked things.
And also saw Grogu hanging out at her table.
She has this really cool squid over there.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those.
Right?
Very cool. I'll have to go back and pick a few up.
Yeah, I'm definitely debating going and buying one.
Yeah. There's so much. Unfortunately, my bank account doesn't agree that I should walk home with everything.
Right? You know, I wish I could buy everything. You know, over the one of the tables there's a deck of many things.
Yes.
A foily version of one.
I saw that. Yeah. And I checked out Adventure Dice. I'd love to get some premium dice, but again, my bank account saying no.
That's it. People from the live stream, donate.
Yes. Forget donating. Just come down here, buy stuff.
Even better, yeah. Come join the fun.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much going on. There's so many cool vendors selling.
So many cool vendors, so many cool people.
They have some amazing keychains and other
Oh, yeah.
artistic things.
Yeah. And we've got all sorts of fun things.
It is amazing to see.
Yeah.
Some more cosplays coming around.
Yeah. I'm getting messages because, of course, I'm on the KamCon account, so I'm getting messages from people asking how much and all such. And I'm sure Tyler and James are taking care of that.
I know something that I can say about, or at least the F-Card group,
Yeah.
is we are basically free to play, or at least free to enter.
All right.
We have tons of loader gear. These guys are actually including some of our loader weapons.
Nice. Because you always have to start somewhere.
Exactly. So we do provide as much loaner equipment as we can for players. That way they can just jump in and join the fun.
Nice. And where do you guys usually play?
We're down at Riverside Park.
Ah, great.
We are, if you're, let's say, at the Sandman Center,
Yeah.
and it overlooks a parking lot.
Yeah.
We are down in the fields from there.
Oh, okay. I know where that is. Yeah.
we're
That's
there.
near the band shell area.
Close to, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just around the. If you're at the band shell, we would be around the corner too.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
And we're there, rain, sunshine, hail, snow. You know, every day of the year.
So you're basically like a soccer team. Doesn't matter what the conditions are, you're playing. You're out there role playing.
We'll always be there without fail.
Yeah.
Other than maybe today, only for
Of
sheer
course,
fact that
of course.
The majority of people are either probably here or, you know, out doing their own mundane adventures.
Ah.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I will see you folks later.
Have a great rest of your day.
And you as well. All right. And we'll be going down there in just a moment. We're going to check out. We're going to head over to the screening room before we continue over. So, this is where the panels will be held. All sorts of fun things. Empty right now, of course, because we don't have any panels going. And this, of course, is Jeremy.
Hello.
Jeremy will be doing the Eurovision.
The vision of Eurovision.
The Vision of Eurovision.
Yes.
And also our anime screening.
Yeah, we have
Screenings.
This morning.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning we have 3. So Skate the Infinity, Ghost Hunt, and Sailor Moon Crystal, which will lead into the Sailor Moon 30th anniversary panel tomorrow.
Yeah.
But today we have Eurovision, we have a bunch of gaming and stuff this afternoon.
Nice.
And then the cosplay contest is at 8 p.m. and then trivia tonight after.
Oh, nice. And what's trivia covering? Anime or all sorts of geeky goodness?
All sorts of geeky stuff. There will be an element, if you've ever heard of the game Actually. It's
Yeah.
similar to that. And also some Name That Tune. So not just anime music, there's like theme songs from TV series, a lot of nostalgic stuff. So
Oh, nice.
I'm excited for that. We have candy for prizes. So,
Well, this close to Halloween, we got to have our sugar fix.
of course, you got to get the prelude. It's like how people pre-drink before they go to the bar.
Exactly.
Pre-candy before they
Exactly. We need the pre-sugar fix so we don't all go into diabetic comas.
Exactly. Build up your system for it.
Exactly. And yeah. So I know one of our vendors was saying she actually binged Escape Infinity.
Okay, it's good, yeah.
She's like, but I'm thinking about coming back just so I can watch it again.
Oh, awesome. Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah. And all of this, of course, thanks to Crunchyroll.
Yes. Thank you very much to Crunchyroll. Jean-Marc from Crunchyroll has been really good to give us the permission for it. So they're a great company, so
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah. They've been so good to us over the years.
Yes.
And Crunchyroll, I know, is one of my favorites to watch stuff on, even if it's just the free stuff. And
Yeah, for sure.
all right, all right, we will catch you later, Jeremy. And of course, we've got hand sanitizer everywhere.
Oh, no, not back there.
Ooh, all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, it's very eclectic because it's essentially 3 shops at once.
Hey, eclectic is good. It also explains the decor in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then I would use it as a magic mat.
oh, that was sick.
Mmm.
I should look into how much it costs to get this printed because I really do like this. It is my favorite piece of art, and then I can get the girlfriend to fill it out to kind of like perspective and get a playmat out of it. That's really cool, actually.
You know, I have like 17 magic mats, but when do you ever have enough?
Yeah, literally when I first moved to Kamloops here, back when I did Command Fest online, I bought the 4-pack of Command Fest, so you got like a play set of all the special cards and more playmats and all that stuff. I'm like,
All sorts of
I have
fun
the whole
minis.
symbol.
I still have a 6-foot playmat.
The table ones?
Yeah.
I have one as well that I got from Prince George, weirdly enough, and it's the Zendikar one with all the planeswalkers on it. I should, 401 Games sells them.
I got mine from Quantum in It's up in Rutland.
It's like, the game's just quite
All right, we'll move on. We'll come back to Extra Life. It's a great charity. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Ah, good. Just wandering still.
Are you journalizing?
Live streaming, just showing people, what they're missing. They should be coming down here.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Well, I figure I'm a tech guy. I'm not needed till about 11:30.
Nice. This
KamCon.
is Travelers of Trifosa. It's a board game I developed.
Oh, nice. What is KamCon? Well, KamCon is basically a celebration of all things geeky.
Yeah.
Whatever you're looking for. We've got tabletop RPGs. We've got card games happening. I know that Haven Games is showing off Flesh and Blood. They're teaching people how to play for $5. You get a starter deck, and one of their great volunteers will sit down, play a game with you, and show you exactly how to play.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got the Travelers of Trifosa.
Yeah. This is like D&D in a board game.
Oh,
But
nice.
It's more focused on the side quest, and it's more focused on the ability to respond to different encounters however you want.
Oh, nice.
So, when you might mean something hostile and it'll attack you.
Yeah.
If you have a taming ability or capture ability or something like that, you might be able to tame
Oh,
them.
nice.
And there's a variety of characters with different strengths. Like Krista
Nice.
is more of a pacifist type. She's a support character.
Yeah.
And instead of dealing damage, she focuses on healing, that kind of thing.
Ah, nice. And I love the dice towers.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I actually designed it to be reversible.
Oh, really?
This is one design, and then
And then you can take it apart and make it into an actual castle rampart type.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. And ooh, the map is beautiful.
Yeah, this is like a stylized version of the world map.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. You can see the detail work in it. Wow. Yeah. A lot better than the maps I make for my D&D games. Trust me, many times better. Oddly enough.
Practicing, I guess. But
Yeah.
also for a D&D game, it's kind of a one-time thing, right?
You'd think so.
Yeah.
I've run the same campaign more than a few times.
Oh, yeah.
So it does come in handy to keep it. And I've got friends that will roll out a 6-foot long sheet of paper and just map out, and that's one dungeon.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they map it out to scale, so you can actually use miniatures in it.
If you want map drawing tips, I really like WASD Gaming.
WASD Gaming.
WASD Maps.
WASD Maps. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
He teaches like different map making skills.
Ah, great. Well, it's now on the stream, so people can check that out. And I don't know how many people will, but mapping is always a cool idea because otherwise you're just wandering around. All right. Have a good day. Hello. Hi. Just doing a bit of a wander around and showing people on Facebook what's going on at KamCon.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I saw your post earlier about the books.
So what we've done is during second edition of D&D, they used people to buy a campaign box.
Yeah.
We've redid that again.
Oh,
so
nice.
Instead of just getting a book when you buy a Self-Purchase or whatever, you get books, you get minis, you get the hex
Terrain, yeah.
You get
A bit of dice. Because dice are always important.
Dice are always important.
Yes.
And
Nice.
you get the nice box, which was made locally.
Yeah. Very nice quality.
Thank you.
And of course, we've got chainmail because every adventurer should have a set of chainmail somewhere.
That's true. And dice bags and
Yeah.
and other adventures.
Dice bags. If you really want to protect your dice, chainmail dice bags. And other adventures.
Yep.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you just don't have the time to come up with an adventure. Trust me.
Yeah, sometimes you need something to build on.
Exactly. You need that first adventure to figure out where to kick it off to and where it's going to go.
And like you say, you don't always have the time to come up with it.
Yeah. And that's the important thing. Because, I know people that sit down at the table and just think, hey, we're automatically just going to play an adventure. And then they don't think about how much time the DM puts in.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason sometimes why it's only like once or twice a week or twice a month. Or sometimes it's even once a year. I know people that have done that. And that does. But sometimes it happens. Because getting all of us together at the same time is a Herculean feat in and of itself.
It is.
Because we have so much.
I know that's one of our issues.
Yeah.
Trying to get people together at the same time. In the same place.
Online is great, folks, but there's nothing like getting around a table, rolling dice, laughing. And there's the old adage that every party starts off thinking they're Fellowship of the Ring and ends up being Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
It's very true. Very much so.
Because there's always some inside joke to tell.
There is.
And believe me, I've got so many of them. All right, and we're going to go check out All Around Gameries. Yeah, you as well. Oh, our cosplayers are back again. Yeah. All right, we're going to check out All Around Gamers. They're on the stairway area with their VR setup. No worries. I'm just doing a wandering tour. Hey, just doing a live stream on Facebook showing everybody what they're missing out. You know, you could be here.
Today. So we have
Yeah.
2 stations.
Yeah.
We're doing a little bit of Beat Saber over here, a little bit of Super Hot over there.
Ah, nice.
And yeah, $5 turn. So
Hey,
come on in.
not bad.
Play for $5.
Yeah, hey. Always good.
Yeah,
I've
we're
got
also
a...
giving out $5 coupons and also gift cards to people with really cool costumes.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them. I probably could have gave one to her, but
Yeah.
so again, I wonder if that's Rapunzel.
I don't know.
I always
But-
try to guess, but I'm always wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, lots of cosplaying happening and lots of fun things to wander around and find. And yeah, I've got it. My laptop is actually VR capable. I just don't have the money for the setup.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you a little secret. You can get these ones for used.
Yeah.
I picked up that headset for $150.
Really?
Yeah, and it runs VR just fine, great for mobile. And then same with this one here. But you know, you got to find the good deals. Some
Yeah.
people are always trying to get as much as they can. But I sometimes find like that headset's 150, this one's 150. So it
Yeah.
allowed us. And then we had a couple headsets break recently, so we're kind of
I mean,
outsourcing to find some good
I
ones
would
before
love
we
to
can.
try Skyrim in VR.
Oh, I think it might be installed on that one.
Yeah?
But it's like a new file or like whatever.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine had knee surgery,
Oh, okay.
and he used Skyrim VR as recovery.
Oh, yeah, see?
Yeah. So there's a tip, folks.
Yes.
VR can be great. It can also be hazardous to your health if you're playing the wrong game in an enclosed space. Trust me.
Or hazardous to the environment.
Yes.
Like your TV or
Yeah.
something like that. But that's
If-
why we're pros.
Yeah. If you're not sure, check out some videos on AFV. Trust me. You will laugh, you will cry if you're a tech. All right. All right. And we've got more cosplayers. Let's see. So, this is this is the room where the Smash Brothers setup will be.
This reach over here. Oh, that's right.
You guys getting everything set up?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just doing a live stream showing off all the locations we've got. This will be, of course, the Smash Brothers singles and doubles tournament, except for the finals, which will be on the main stage.
Oh, people are so excited about being on a big stage.
Yeah.
I've gotten like 6 people message me. Oh, you gonna be on stage tomorrow? Only if you make top 8.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Austin's got a bit of laryngitis. Yeah. Voice.
I used to have a pair of those.
Oh?
They're really comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I blew mine out. This
Ah.
big feet. But
Yeah. That's why I've got the extra wides. Big feet. Size 12, size 13.
15 and a half wide.
Ooh.
Anyways, I'm going to build a gun now.
Oh, have fun.
First time?
Well, we've certainly got plenty of them here.
There's a bunch of running jokes in the scene about how much it's worth.
Which website?
Actually,
Oh, that's an awful website.
You didn't go for the God Hand clippers, huh?
I saw these, I thought they were cool. Noticed they were also
Okay, so no spending $120 on a pair of clippers. They come with a lifetime warranty, though.
These ones are pink. They match my gun.
All right, well, that's awesome right there. So we've got Smash Brothers. All sorts of fun things happening. Don't worry, we're only about halfway through. I'm gonna go back up, take a look at Extra Life. We've got Urban Market, which we're not sure will be open or not. Hello. Not much. Just wandering KamCon, showing people online all the fun stuff we've got going. Extra Life.
Yeah, we're doing an Extra Life stream next weekend.
Next weekend?
Streaming Club.
Oh, nice.
Instead of doing the regular 24 hours that most people do though, because we're a club and we have a few more members, we're going to do a 48-hour one.
Wow, 48-hour gaming stream from the TRU Student Club, Gaming Club.
It's going to be a lot, but our goal is to raise 2K there. If we do, we're going to wax some members.
Ooh. I'm glad I'm not part of that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I've got enough body hair on me and I've heard it hurts. Well, I know it hurts. I've had it happen.
One of the really fun things is we're trying to raise 2K, but we're almost at the point where we've gotten 2K in sponsorship, so we'll have 2K in stuff to give away almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We've got All Around Gamers sponsoring us, Jostco Computers, and Mr. Mike's are like our gold sponsors right now.
Oh, nice.
It's really exciting.
Jostco's a great company.
Yeah. I haven't actually used them before.
Well, I haven't used them because I'm an IT guy. So, professional pride states that, you know, if you break something, it's like being a mechanic. You don't always take it to another mechanic if you're a mechanic.
Fix it yourself. Come on.
Well, if I've got the right tools, yes. If not, I borrow the tools from my friends.
There you go.
Yeah. And we've got, of course, tons of cool stuff here. I love the 3D prints.
They're from Cobra Mug.
Yeah?
Yeah, that if you're looking to ever order them online and stuff like that.
Nice.
Or get the STLs yourself.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, I've got my own 3D resin printer.
Yeah, so getting the STLs for Cobra Mug's really good. Which
Yeah.
printer are you running? Which printer?
Frozen Mini.
The Sonic Mini 4K?
Not the 4K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had the Sonic Mini 4K. I just sold that one. The one I printed this guy on was the Sonic Mighty 8K.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's a beefy boy now. I can do those nice taller prints. This guy here, when I printed him, was literally the top of my print pad.
Yeah.
Any higher than that, so.
Yeah. I've got a subscription to a few like Patreons and that, and every month I get new
I'd say
stuff.
The best value ones, probably Cast and Play.
Yeah.
Those are really good. And then, not on Patreon, but Lead Studios is amazing.
Oh yeah, I've got a membership both for fantasy and sci-fi for them.
I do. I don't even print the sci-fi stuff, but I'm like, in this situation, I run a Cyberpunk campaign. I want to have all of them.
Yeah, and for me, I also love all the lore they include with each month.
And now they've started doing props too.
Yeah, I saw that.
If I ever set up my FDM printer, the first thing I'm printing is one of those sick masks.
Yeah.
I don't want to print it in resin though, because it's like,
Yeah.
I like resin, and I'm cool with how much you can cure it. I just don't want to stick it against my face.
Yeah.
For extended durations.
Yeah, well, I believe Haven Games has an FDM printer that you can
They have
use.
multiple.
Yeah.
And you just pay hourly. I think it's like what, $3 an hour or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Well, we'll get more info on that when I wander over that way, because there's so much to see here.
No, absolutely. It's my first time ever actually doing a con, and
Oh, yeah?
I'm doing KamCon, obviously. Too.
Yeah, well, this is our first time back in 3 years.
Yeah.
Because of course, the Black Plague. Yeah. Yeah, the one that kept us all sad and stuck in our houses, which, granted, some of us are introverts.
It's true. And I mean, being introverts is fun, but it's still nice to have the option to go.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you've got your own geeky friends and, you know, and chances are you can find a game, a weekly or monthly game, whatever. If you don't, ask your friends, set up a game.
I've gotten into Warhammer during the pandemic.
Oh.
I have not been able to play with strangers at all.
Oh, that's a bad
40K
thing.
Necrons, and I got Nighthawk for AOS, and I'm like, where can I play this? And I think at this point, it's like High Octane's the main place, right?
Yeah, Haven also is doing quite a bit.
Sundays, right?
Yeah. But there's quite a few people that just wander in there as well, just from time to time.
One of these days I'll wander down there with it.
And yeah, like I've got Dark Angels, Well,
40K, right? Dark
40K, Dark Angels. I've also got Blood Angels.
Okay.
I've got some Necrons. I've got my Battle Sisters. What else do I
Those
have?
ones are cool. They have the battle organ, right?
Yeah.
That thing's such a cool model.
Yeah, they've got a tank that's basically a rolling organ with rocket launchers out of the pipe. It's a very cool thing. And for Age of Sigmar, I have my Daughters of Cain.
Daughters of Cain. They're like purple usually.
They're half human, half serpent.
Okay, yeah, those guys
Yeah.
look really cool.
Yeah.
I think if I was doing a second army for AOS, it's gotta be the are they called Sauron?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, the dinosaurs are sick.
Yeah. And I've been getting into Blood Bowl.
Nice.
I've got what do I have? What do I have for them? I've got my Chaos one. I haven't named them yet. I've barely put them together.
Oh, do you get to pick your team names?
Yeah.
Nice. That's really
And I've also got my Elves. And my friend has convinced me to do one of all the NFL teams that apply to them. So I already know that I'm doing Norsemen for the Minnesota Vikings.
Nice, okay.
The Seahawks, there's a few flying type things, so I'm going to go with that. And my friends and I were always talking about what we should do for the other teams. And the problem is there's always one team where they recommend.
I know so little about Blood Bowl. The only experience I have with it is the game.
Yeah.
On PC. I mean, Blood Bowl 3 looks really good.
Yeah. But if you've played it on PC, you pretty much know how to play it on. Yeah.
Now, it would be nice if they did the same thing for the War Games.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to use Tabletop Simulator to play.
Yeah, well, the problem with 40K is that's a lot of dice to roll.
For sure, but I mean, dice simulators work in browsers now.
Yeah.
You've got dice rolling.
Yeah.
We'll start with our setup and stuff.
Okay, I'll be there in a moment. Yeah. Yeah, and now back to the Grand Hall because I'm going to show off a bit of Haven Games. And all right, well, hopefully more people will be checking out the Extra Life stream. Yeah, and that's next weekend, you said?
Yeah, the 4th at 6 p.m. to the 6th at 6 p.m.
Oh, nice. I will be watching. And what games will you be playing?
We've got each hour dedicated to different games.
Oh, nice.
We're posting. We're going to be tweeting out the schedule as we go.
Okay.
We'll also be putting it on our Instagram as well.
Okay.
And it's still True Gaming on everything.
All right. Well, I'm sure we can share a bit of info from you guys. It's for a great cause. You know, Children's Miracle Network.
Yeah,
Always a good cause.
Children's Foundation.
Yeah. Hey, every kid deserves to have a good childhood.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one. All right. Now we're going to head back into the main hall. Show off some cool things. Some more cool things. More cosplayers.
Today, I brought my desk, so I'm doing Pokemon lessons if you would like to.
All right. So we've shown off all that stuff. Yes, KamCon is a yearly thing, though this is the first time in 3 years we've been in person. It's very cool. We are so excited to be back live. And Star Wars Legion. If you're into Star Wars and want to try tabletop gaming, I highly recommend Star Wars Legion. It is very addictive.
You would, yeah, that's the only time Smith wins that.
And then, like, if they get wounded again after that, do I have to just juke?
So it's like this guy can take up to 3. So let's say you take 4 wounds, 3 go here, and then that guy is here.
Yeah.
Just want the explosion. Okay, I'll shoot with these guys.
I think they would have heavy though if you can't.
And
I can aim and I have precise. And I surge.
yeah, we've got Hayes' droid army. And Haven Games. 3D printing place. So if you don't have one of your own, come to Haven Games. They'll hook you up with a 3D printer. And Rory here is in charge of setting up our Flesh and Blood demo, where for $5 you get a starter deck and they sit down and teach you. Nice. And all sorts of fun things. Lots of... I should probably not be looking at paints right now with money in my bank account. Ooh, pro acrylic paint sets.
Heavy pigment.
Yeah?
2 coats of white completely covers black crown.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Ah. And the wet palette. The wet palette is probably the painter's best friend. I've learned this many different ways. None of the sable brushes here? Oh, there's one right here. Fine piece of equipment for any painter. And of course, you've got in the store. You've got the unicorn brush care. Oh, you even have it here. Nice. And Pokemon is always popular. Warcry, Magic the Gathering.
Whichever one you like.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Whichever.
Warrior and a warrior.
And playmats.
Guardian.
Yeah. So, anyway, folks, here's where you can learn how to play Flesh and Blood, which is named because you kind of have to play in person, so Flesh and Blood. So, there we go, folks. Unfortunately, we've got a couple Texans coming up next year. That's going to be awesome. All right, I have to go get ready for our horror RPG panel. So, I'm signing off for now, but I'll probably be back later, and we'll show you maybe a few games in progress. Have a good one, everybody. It's great to see everybody coming back. If you can't be here in person, well, I'll show you what you're missing. And here's an inside look at the Advent calendar. Because, well, last time you guys were here, you sold out of the Advent calendars, didn't you? Yeah. Very hot item.
We also, 2019 was the first year making them.
Ah.
So we didn't make very many.
Ah.
And every year we've made more since, and we keep selling out. So.
Yeah. Well, I can see for, D&D fans, it's a great gift.
Oh, it is. It's the gift of an advent calendar.
Yeah.
And then you get a gift every day.
Exactly.
And you get dice when you're done.
Exactly.
It's like win, win, win.
Yeah. And not only that, they've also got the Critical Role Vox Machina books, which I have as well. And trust me, it's worth checking out. So, all right, folks. We will see you guys later. And now I'm doing the Horror RPG Con panel. So, all right. Talk to everybody soon. Bye.